guys, it's Elyxia. In this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a render slash GFX inside of Blender, also using Roblox Studio. Pretty simple, pretty easy. I hope you guys enjoy it. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment if you are new, join the Roblox group, and also join the Discord server link down below in the description. Okay, so here we are inside of Roblox Studio. So now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to use my RNA Pro plugin, which will be linked down below in the description. Go ahead and type in your username or whatever you're trying to do. I'm obviously something Christmassy, I guess. So you guys, if you want to use an item, you guys are more than welcome to. You guys can, use the load catalog item to do your hair or, anything you want. So I'm actually going to go ahead and I guess since I have a candy cane, let's find a reindeer to put in my hand. So let's go ahead and use my weld edit. Alright, let's see. We'll put my arm like that, maybe. And then we'll have myself holding the reindeer. Okay, so that nothing popped up. Reindeer plush, maybe. Let's see. Hopefully. Okay, here's the reindeer. Alright, here we go. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to use this scale. And we'll scale it down a little bit to put it in my hand. Alright, there we go. Let's go ahead and put it in my hand. So like I said, you don't have to do this. You could literally even put anything in your item. You could change your avatar, you could delete stuff from your avatar, you could change your outfit. I am not changing my outfit, not right now. Alright, if you want a tutorial on another video like that, then go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. And also ask me if you guys want to see a how I make my thumbnails video. Alright, here we go. Let's go ahead and do that, and then rotate it a little bit. We're going to go ahead and use the green one. Alright, there we go. Alright, so there's our reindeer. So now, if you, let's move it a little bit over. No, wait, okay. Alright, there we go. So let's go ahead and let's change the face actually. So I'll show you guys how to change your face, obviously, right now. So I'm going to use the super happy face. You guys can obviously use whatever face you want. I'm going to go ahead and take this, press this button right here, go to decal, copy this code right here. Go ahead and you don't have to use that anymore, so you can just exit off that. Go to your head, go to face, and paste the code in there. And now you have the face on. Let me go ahead and let me move my legs a little bit so it doesn't look, too plain, obviously. We don't want it to be too boring. Alright, and there we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you guys how to export it. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to right click on your name. Well, actually, what you need to do is if you do have an item, take the item, and you're going to go ahead and you're going to go up to your name, and you're going to go ahead and put it in your name. So that way when you move, the object moves, and when you go into Blender, the object comes with you. So right-click your name, press Export Selection, and go ahead and do whatever. I'm going to go to my Blender folder, my Render to Be folder. I'm going to do Elyxia Test. I guess I already have a name like that, so we're just going to press Yes. And now we're going to head over to Blender. So here we are in Blender now. I know it looks extremely scary going into it, and that's okay. Like I said, I didn't use Blender for a very long time because I just didn't want to learn the whole process. But after going through some of it, I learned that it's really not as hard as I thought it was. But obviously now I use it for all my videos, so I can usually finish a render depending on what it is, or depending on, like, if it's a thumbnail, usually I can finish one render in about 5 to 10 minutes. If it's extremely complicated, like a whole bunch of different poses and lighting and all of that, then probably about 15 to 30 minutes. So we don't need this cube, so we're just going to go ahead and press delete on your keyboard. And in order to import your render, you're going to go to File, you're going to go to Import, go to Wavefront dot, and then it'll show .obj, click on that, and then find whatever you put yours under. Obviously, like I said, I put mine under Render to Be, so I'm going to click Elyxia Test.obj. Don't click the Elyxia Test.mtl, whatever you named it, MTL. Alright, so now that I have it in, obviously, it's not right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Edit, Operator Search, type in Origin, go to Set Origin, Geometry to Origin, and here we are. So what I like to do is I like to click this. Let's bring it above ground, and then we are going to press this button right here, and then obviously now the character has texture. So in order to move, I don't know if there's a different way to do this, but every time I want to move, I go to View, Navigation, and Walk Navigation. But you can do whatever you've learned differently, or whatever you find easiest. So here we are, and it looks kind of weird right now. So let's move lighting to where we want it to be, if you're doing a darker thumbnail or render, then you're going to want darker lighting. If you want a higher contrast, brighter thumbnail, you're going to want better lighting, brighter lighting. So in order to have transparency background, you're going to want to go to this little camera TV looking thing and go to film and press transparent. And now the whole background will be transparent. And then this is something you don't have to do, but I do it because I like it better for my thumbnails and everything. You are going to click this right here, and I'll have a link down below to this website, and I'll show you guys the website now. Okay, so here we are at the website. It's called hdrihaven.com. This is where you can get lighting to put into Blender. It's so good, depending on what you want. Like I said, there's so many categories. We have outdoors, skies, indoor, studio, etc. It could go on and on and on. They're so good, and you know, like I said, it's easier for your thumbnails, and it looks way better with your thumbnails if you get one of these as opposed to just leaving a light. So I'm just gonna do like a light one. Let's do some light. So let's do sunflowers. I haven't used this one before. So I recommend to get 1K. It doesn't really make too much of a difference. Maybe it's a little bit brighter. I've never really tried it. I usually just always go for 1K because it's the smallest file. So you're going to go ahead and click that, and then now it's downloaded, and it's so quick to download. Now let's head over to Blender and use this HDRI. So I actually put mine into a folder that I created. So in order to use it, you need to go to this little earth looking thing. It's called World, to be specific. Go to Color, press this little circle right here. Go to Environment, Texture, and it's going to be pink. And obviously that's not what you're going for. Unless it is, then go ahead and use it. But go ahead and press Open and go to your file. Mine was called Sunflowers. And here you go. Now it looks 10 times better than it did without it. So obviously you can move the light still. The light still doesn't make a difference, but I highly recommend having the new color texture. So unless there's anything you want to do to change your character inside of Blender, which I think is more complicated, that's why I always do it in Roblox Studio beforehand. But if there is anything you want to do, go ahead and do it. Feel free. I'm not going to be showing that in this video. But the next thing we're going to do is we are going to be going ahead and making our character in a render now. So what you're going to do is you're going to click this little camera right here. Go to this one right here. Once again, it looks more like a Polaroid type thing. And then resolution X and Y. You can do whatever size you want. I usually go for 2000 by 3000. That's my typical always. And then go to View, Navigation, Walk Navigation, whatever you do to move. And then we're going to go ahead and get our character to the best of her ability. Obviously, use WASD to walk. And then Q and E. Q is for down and E is for up. So you could be more exact with that. I'm going to go for more of a close-up. Let's see. Let's try and get her with the reindeer. So we're just going to go ahead and do that. That's good enough. And then what you're going to do next is you're going to click Render. And you're going to press Render Image. Obviously, if you want to move the light, of course you can. You can do whatever you want still. If you want to get out of that, press the camera, and then you can press it again to get right back to the exact location you were at. So now that I have my character in the exact spot that I want her to be, I wanted it close up, kind of, and, you know, still wanted the lighting to be decent. So I actually want to move the light a little bit. Let me move it right here real quick so I can, that way I can move it. Alright. That seems, alright. Let's do it there. Alright, so now we're going to go to Render, and then we're going to press Render Image. And now it's going to render. It shouldn't take that long. Obviously, I know you guys can't see it right now. I apologize for that, but my character is all done. So once you're done, once it has appeared and it's done rendering, you're going to press Image, and you're going to press Save As. Hopefully you have a folder for it, but if not, that's okay. You can just save it and then just remember where it is and then title it. I'm going to title mine Elyxia test.png and save as image. Now you're going to bring it into whatever you need to use it for, whatever you use to create your thumbnails. I'm going to bring it into Photoshop. Okay, so now that I'm in Photoshop, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to import my character. I press my files thing at the bottom. I'm going to go find it now. I'm going to insert it, obviously. Let's see. There we are. Okay, so here she is, guys. She turned out really good. Obviously, the candy cane not being fully in. That's okay. That's okay. So it does look a little blurry. I'm sorry. My Photoshop is kind of messed up, so I have to get closer in order for it to look normal. So here is a simple render. Obviously you can add a background to it, whatever you want. I'm actually going to go ahead, I'm going to erase this part so it doesn't look too off and it just looks like it stopped there, maybe? Alright, there we go. Yeah, okay, that's good enough. So there we are. There is our render. It's as simple as that. Obviously, you don't have to use Photoshop. You're not limited to just Photoshop. There's many other thumbnail creating sites, and obviously, if you're watching this video, I'm sure you have a specific one that you use. If you don't know any ones that you can use, you could always use photopia.com. That's always a really good one. It's pretty much Photoshop, but for free, and with a little bit less tools, but it's okay. So yeah, pretty much that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was informational. Let me know if you guys want another tutorial, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! Mwah.